thing on? Let's see. Alright, cool. So, today we're going to be reviewing one of the tournaments that I played. This one is the PLO8 $7 buy and 200 guarantee. Turbo Super Stack. Super Stack just means that I start off with 5,000 chips. This one was actually a little bit smaller. We ended up getting about 3 tables total, like 21 players. Anyways, so this is down to the last 6, and if I recall correctly, only 4 places pay, so we're not quite in the money yet, but we do have a commanding chip lead. Let's see what we can do here. Now remember, in PLO8, it's a split pot game. You get 4 cards similar to normal Omaha. Now the pot is split between the high hand, which is normal poker rankings, and the low hand, which is any 5 cards that are 8 or lower, hence PLO8. And in this game, you're going to really want to find 4 cards that have high potential and low potential. Now, the reason why I raised with the kings is because we're going to have a lot of pressure that we can push on the other shorter stacks. And kings is a really strong high hand, but with a flop like that, you just want to fold because it's hard to win the whole pot when a 2-3 rolls off like that, because you can't ever win the low with what I had. Now here with the jacks and the 2 8s, it's a relatively weak hand. You don't really want to go for an 80 something low. Normally that's not the best strategy, but hey, we get a walk, cool. On to the next hand. This is on a video replay, so I can fast forward any time. So another weak hand. Can't really do much with this one. Now the music in the background is just going to be a random song that does not infringe any copyrights. Apparently, if I have any songs that infringe copyrights, my video gets taken down and whatnot, so I'm just going to avoid that whole mess. Yeah, we're definitely going to fold with the raise there. Don't want any part of this pot. It is a turbo, so the blinds move up relatively quickly. This is a decent hand. We have a suited ace with some low potential with a 6. Not a great low potential, but in position, I'm going to limp along and see a flop. Not a terrible flop, or what am I saying? It's a pretty bad flop. We're pretty much only ever going to win the low. Now, it checks to us. I kind of like a betting line here. I think we can fold out a lot of hands that have equity against, well, no pair, so that'd be cool, but checking is fine too. Here I make a 65 low, so my low hand is 6-5, 3, 2 ace, which is a pretty strong one. The only low that beats me would be an ace-4. And I'm going to bet out here because I'm pretty much guaranteed half a pot, and if I can fold like out some jacks, some like any pairs, that's cool. And we do end up scooping the whole pot. That's nice, never to go to showdown. Our chip stack is really healthy too, so it's easy for us to put pressure on the smaller stacks when we're so close to the bubble. This guy shoves for like a blind, but we can't call it with his hand, I don't think. It's never winning the low, and yeah, not much high potential either. So he flops kings, which I think is good. Yep, he can flop that. He's still really short stacked. Got about 3 big blinds left, and the blinds went up. So, am I considering folding this hand? It's actually a decent hand with a 63 low and a king jack. Well, if it raises, it makes it a little bit easier for us to fold. Alright. Next hand, please. Pretty good hand there. 3 wheel cards is always super good because it gives you a very good chance of making a low by the river. And it also gives you the chance to make a lot of straights, which are super nice to have in PLO8 because it counts for the high and the low pot. And we're going to raise here, put some pressure on, and we'll scoop up the whole pot. It's always nice to win the blinds. Now, early on in this tournament, I was playing relatively tight. And when you're playing a pot limit Omaha or pot limit Omaha high-low tournament, there aren't any antes, which allows you to play a lot tighter because the antes really make a big difference. And if you don't have to fight over them, you can be a lot more selective as far as your hands go. Hand selection is very important in this game. You always want to pick hands that can win the high and the low. And this one is pretty bad. Okay. Now if 18 gets knocked out, we'll be 5 players, so we'll be on the exact bubble. If 24 can knock out 18. And he has kings. Very strong holding. And 18 has low draw. I think he missed. Alright, we're on the stone cold bubble. Again, I have a pretty cool low draw, and I'm going to put pressure on the smaller stacks and get it in if it comes down to that. 3 wheel cards is really nice to have. He calls. Ooh, and we flop very well. Straight flush draw and a low draw. So we're just going to get in here. He folds and we pick up a lot of chips. Kings again. I think I'm going to be putting on the pressure again, being on the bubble and all. I can pick up a lot of free chips. Also, Kings is a very strong high hand. And I think I didn't min bet, juice it up with a little bit more just to incline them not to call if they don't need to. Oh man, we're getting dealt monsters. Alright. 3 wheel cards again with a suited ace. The jack is kind of hanging out there, but ace 4-3 is so strong. I'm gonna get coming with a full pot. More pressure. I raised 3 hands in a row. Some of them's got to be a non-believer, and we get 1. Also, a very great flop for us. We flop the world basically. 2 pair flush draw and a low draw, and we're gonna call it off here. All right, he just had like 2 pair, 3-6. We made the nuts basically. Yeah, so we made a low and a 2 pair high. Nice to be running good. This hand, I wonder if, no, okay, now we fold. I was thinking if we could call if only 26 shoved. Alright, let's see. Oh, he had aces. That's a good hand. Oh, this guy wins the whole thing. What do you have? Alright, we're gonna rewind a little bit. I wanna see what he had in the river. Oop, gotta make it stay. Alright. I'm trying to fast forward this a little bit. Pause it here. I think he has a wheel. Oh wow. Okay, so he just flopped a wheel. Hard to beat. And the aces was drawing to a full house. And a 2, I guess, would give him a wheel for a chop. So yeah. Wow, what a great flop. Such a strong hand that 26 had. Alright, so 14 is more than likely going to bust out of this tournament with 213 chips. And we'll be down to 3 as soon as this guy exits the tournament. I guess I just call here, right? And it doesn't really matter. Unless 26 pots or something, but that'd be kind of silly for him to do, it being on the bubble and all. It's actually an interesting bubble situation because let's say 26 gets in with me and like 16 makes a low and wins like 100 chips and 26 is knocked out because we scooped him. That would be pretty terrible. Oh, excuse me. So we're actually already in the money. Yeah, full 4 is in the money, so we're not in the bubble anymore. But the pay jumps are pretty big. I think it doubles every single bust out. Interesting flop here. I guess we just fold. because we can never win the high really, and we don't really want to go runner for the low. What did he even flop? He just had a queen. Okay, well, 14 stays alive here. AC deuce, good hand. The other guy flopped a set of 6s, set of 7, excuse me. We're down to 3. Cool. We have 2 wheel cards. We'll definitely be defending the big blind here. He gives it up. Yeah. Now these guys are in a weird spot because they have similar chip sizes, and the ladder is pretty significant. I think it's like $20 difference between third and second here. So they're both going to be wanting to be very selective with their spots. Now this tournament goes on break. I think I can queue up the next video right now. Let's see if I can do that. Is this it? Let's see if this is it. No, that's not it. Give me a second while I try to find this video here. I think this is it. Yep, down to 3. Alright, pretty big blinds. Ooh, wow, what a pretty hand. 2 wheel cards, 3 high cards, ace, king, 10, and they're suited. Wow. We get 1 caller, and this guy is going to have a pot-sized bet left. I mean, that's a pretty terrible flop for us, and I don't think we can even call a shove here. I mean, what can we possibly make? Yeah, you don't really want to just call for a pair or something. That's kind of silly. So we just give him that pot. Unfortunate flop, but that's okay. Two wheel cards suited and the queen. Ugh. I guess we can just fold it. Not really necessary to defend my big blind there. And this guy has played relatively tight, so I'm assuming that whatever he's raising with is going to be ahead of what I have. Especially blind on blind, and with the knowledge that 26 is low enough to get busted out for the ladder, so I think it's fine to fold my big blind a little bit tight there. We're going to be calling here. I would actually like a raise to have 26 fold all of his random hands that might make pairs and just put pressure on in general. I do bet here, not a great bet. We do end up making a low, and I'm just gonna put it on the middle, and he calls. Uh-oh. Alright, we get quartered there. We both have the same low. Let me see if I can pause this and actually analyze what the showdown hands were. We do have a redraw to a straight, I guess. Oh, and an 8 would make us a cool little straight as well. So I think we were double gutted with the 2 and 3 here. 4 would have given us a straight to the 6, and an 8 would have given us a straight to the 10. And we already have a low locked up, so pretty reasonable to get all the chips in the middle here. And this guy, I believe he turned straight. Oh wow. So I guess I was drawn to a chop for 4 and and I would have quartered him if we made the 8. But seeing as how his straight held up, he gets 2/3 of the pot, or 3/4 of the pot, and I just get a quarter of it back because I only win half of the low pot to get the same low. All right, moving on. Unfortunate, but we're still in a good spot to win this whole thing. It's $84 for first, and a $7 buy-in tournament, which is pretty cool. And it's a turbo, so I played for about a little over an hour, which is neat. Alright. This is a bad hand. We can't really make that many highs. I mean, the 5 being suited doesn't really matter. But short-handed, some potential. And he just folds, so that's fine. Alright, so we have jacks here. I do like raising, especially if 16 folds to us. Just putting pressure on the short stack, who should be playing very tight to see if something bad happens to 16 where he can ladder up without having to play very much. Also a reasonable hand for me to raise. Just putting pressure on the smaller stacks is a good strategy here. And also, it's more important to be aggressive while in the big stack because it is a turbo and the blinds move up so fast. So the more blinds I can steal, the better. I do end up flopping 3 bear. With I don't think I even have a low draw, but with 3 pair, I mean let's go for it, right? I mean he could have flopped a straight or something. What did he flop? Let's see this. So he flops. Oh wow! So he flopped a really good low with the 2-3 here, and he has an open-ended straight draw, and that's about it. I mean, this is a really good spot for him to be in. He probably thought he was going to scoop that, didn't he? Unfortunately for him, we have 2 pair, so he needed to make a straight to scoop the whole pot. Fortunately, we dodged that and we get half the pot back, effectively just chopping up his small blind, which is cool. It's just going to put 26 in a worse position to win. Moving on. He folds. We'll probably need to defend a big blind if he raises here. I don't love it because 6, 7, 8 are really, really bad cards to have in your hand. They make terrible, terrible lows that normally get you quartered. But it is double suited, and we get a free walk. Neat. All right. Same old story. If he folds us, we'll raise. If he raises, what do we do? I guess we can fold his hand. Yeah. I think it's a okay fold. We don't really make too many great lows, and losing a lot of chips to this guy will actually be kind of detrimental to our chances of winning first. I know the king is suited, but that doesn't really matter much in a split pot game. We just end up making so many bad lows with his hand. So yeah, I'm cool with the fold there. Next hand, please. Oh, great hand. We have a suited ace with the king, which helps our high. And the 7 is kind of connected to the 5 as well. Oh, wow. What a great flop. And he bets into us. Okay, so I'm going to pause it here. We flop an ace 7 low, which isn't a great low, right? Because let's see how many lows beat us. Ace 3 beats us. Is that ace 6 beats us as well? When he bets into us, I mean, he effectively popped, so he could have been on a flush draw, he could have made a low already. But we have a low locked up. So it's hard for him to have ace 3 or ace 6. So he could have a bad low, like a, I don't know, 3-7. Hard for him to have that, 3-8. Or he could be in a flush draw, or he could have just flopped like 2 pair, single pair, whatever like that. So I do like calling it here. And maybe I can fold. I don't know. I mean, he's only going to have a pot size bet left. Let's see what I do. Looks like I do try to get it in here. He calls. What did he call us with? So he did outflop us for the low because he has the ace-6. So his ace-6 is better than my ace-7. He also flopped a pair and a flush draw. And a straight throw draw, right? A 3 would make him 3 would make him straight. So yeah, he outflopped us, and it's not looking good for our hand. I don't know what we can catch. Ooh, 2 pair. That's cool. All right, I'm in a full house. Runner, runner, full house to chop it up. That's a good result. We got kind of lucky there. He definitely could have made a good turn and we would have gotten wrecked. Alright, this guy raises, but we can't fold this hand. It's too good. We have a suited ace, low potential, high potential. We flop 2 pair. And a low. Whoa! What did he have? Let's see. Man, so we made a ace 7 low. So we're playing 8, 7, 6, 4 ace. Not a great low. He has the ace 5 low, which beats ours for sure. The low pot, and I think he has a straight. right? 5, 6 makes them a straight. 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. Okay. Well, he scooped us there, doubled up, and the chips are getting close to each other. I still have a pretty good chip lead, but we're gonna hang in there and still put pressure on this guy. Raises. We can fold this hand. Decent low potential, but being out of position is just terrible. Oh man. Well, I would have flopped flush and a low, and would have beaten his high. Oh no. I don't know. Maybe that's too tight. Seeing the results, I can say it's too tight, but maybe it's just too tight, even without knowing the result. But that's okay. We'll just catch a good hand next one. See, this guy gives us a call. Oh, we're gonna get it in with this guy. We have a suited ace, 3 wheel cards, and a pair, which is great. So we're gonna get it in with this guy. I don't see any reason not to. He could have like an ace deuce, but even then, I mean, we gotta get it in. It's a turbo. It goes up. There it is. Exactly what he has. Oh, that's great for us because we have a better flush draw. He needs to make a low to stay alive. I'm ahead now. For the high, we gotta dial some queens and nines. Run it. Wow, they came out so fast. All right, so we make a ace 4 low. He has the ace deuce low. He also made a 2 pair, ace 9, and I just have the 1 pair of aces. So he wins. Let me see. Oh, okay. So this is a scenario where a lot of people would get confused. They're like, wait, why didn't this guy win on the low? He actually just won the high with his ace and the 9. Because his ace got counterfeited. So our high hand, or excuse me, our low hand is starting from the top, 7, 6, 5, 4, ace, right? And his is going to be ace, 7, 6. So already our low hand's better because we go ace, 6 because we don't need to play the 7. He needs to play the 7 and make it low. So our 6 is lower than a 7, so we win half the pot. So it's right there. That's a spot for people to look out at. Some people have like see the ace deuce in their hand, and then they're like, oh, there's a low possibility, and I have to have the low. Actually, it doesn't have a low at all. So yeah, but regardless, be careful looking for counterfeits. Sometimes your low does get counterfeited and it's tricky to look at, and a lot of people make mistakes. But that's okay. Alright, moving on. 26 folds, 16. The cool thing is 16 knows is that we're willing to rumble. I mean, we've called so many of his raises that might make him tighten up and pick better hands. Especially if he wants 26 to bust and him ladder. This is a pretty good hand. We have 2 wheel cards. I'm going to raise it, get it in if needed. He only has like 5 big blinds left. We flop a low draw, not much else to go with it, but I'm going to put the pressure on. I mean, he needs exactly a 3 or a low draw to call us. He pumps it. Okay, so I wonder if we fold here. Yeah, we do. Yeah, I mean, it's hard for us to win the high, and just drawing to a low is never a good plan. Kind of sucks for our stack, but we're still in the lead. I wonder if we raise this. It looks pretty bad. I mean, our low isn't great. The queen is just a terrible card in our hand. Doesn't really do much. I guess we just fold. Yeah. What do you do? 26 raises it. Oh, they're gonna get it in. All right. We're rooting for 26. Wow, kings versus kings. Oh, he makes a flush in the river. All right, we're heads up for the win, guys. And we're the dog. Oh, but we get dealt aces. Okay, there's no low, but when you're heads up, you go for it with aces. I think that's a good strategy, especially being short stacked. Both of us are relatively short stacked. The blinds are so big. Oh, look at a walk. That's okay. I will take your chips, please. Whatever. What a great hand. Now, if there were like 6 or more people in the pot, that would not be great. Even 4 people in the hand, aces would be hard to play there. But heads up, man. We're like almost a super favorite in the high department. And he has to make a low somehow. Regardless, we're gonna live this here. We got 2 loaded cards. Kind of sucks we have 3 clubs in our hand, kind of blocking our own flush outs, but that's all right. Heads up, we can call a little bit more loosely. All right, pause this. All right, so here are our heads up. First place gets $84 in this PLO8 tournament. It is a turbo and it's a $7 buy-in. Kind of a small field, but that's okay. We're a dog in this competition, but no problem. Fold that one. Yeah, we didn't really flop much there. You don't really want to go for a 52 low, and no chance to win the high. You want to scoop the pot. Also another bad hand. 78s do not make good lows. Let's flop an 8. Ooh, but we do flop a really bad low. He's limp, so you can't have that too strong of a hand. I wonder if I just fold though, not being able to win the high and having crappy low. Yeah, we can fold. And I have effectively 10 big blinds, and he only has twice that, so 20 big blinds. But there's no antes, so there's really not a lot of pressure for me to get it in without like a decent holding. So we fold that hand. Another mediocre to bad hand, probably just more bad than mediocre. We're gonna fold it, especially if we shift any aggression. 40k left. Man, that's a bad hand. 47, but we raise it. Alright, so I guess he hasn't seen us raise too many hands. Heads up. Alright. Always nice to pick up the chips without seeing a flop with a bad hand like that. Yikes, another bad hand. 64 for the low. Decent flop for us. We flopped a low draw. Not too many chances at a high, unless we draw a 5. And we're probably going to get this up. Yeah. We probably had a better low draw, or at least a high draw if he's going to raise this like that. We were just trying to steal. Maybe if I'm trying to steal, I should make the number not exactly a min bet, so it looks like I thought about it. Alright. So we're like a 3-to-1 dog as far as chips go. I wonder if I just fold this hand. Tricky. Yeah, I guess I do. Oh man. Bring me down to 6 big blinds. Alright, that's a good hand to have. Ace deuce and a suit. We're gonna pot, and I wonder if he just folds. He shouldn't have, so I have like 3 big blinds. Wow. Okay. That's something we should take note of, that if he limps the button, he's normally pretty weak. He's only folded when we show any aggression from our big blind. He limps. This is a good hand, double suited, 2 wheel cards, 3 low cards, and I think this is a bluff. I think we're just trying to bluff him off. I know we have a gut shot, but I mean, the only thing he calls there is with a straight draw, which we have, or exactly jacks, or maybe aces or kings. So I like that bluff there, even though if he called with like a jack, we were screwed. That's alright. Alright, we're coming back. Look at this. 10 big blinds. 2-to-1 chip dog. Fold that one. Tough. Alright. Check. No low potential, but he does let us limp it. Folding it. Yep. Just have a pair of 4s, just gonna fold it. No chance for any backdoor fun things. Another bad hand. We just fold it. Yeah, just fold that one. You don't want to go for an 87 low. Although, heads up, maybe you can open up your range even with that, but to my knowledge, I'm just not going to do it. Alright, we flop a pretty good low, and we flop a jack for the high, and we have a blocker to the flush, and he checks it. And we make 2 pair. This should be the end of this hand, unless he slow played like a monster, which I doubt it. We have a very good hand here. Ooh, he calls. And we make a full house. Alright, how do we get paid? I mean, what would he even call us with it? He would call us with exactly a flush. Maybe a straight? I don't know. I chose like a third of the pot, or half pot bet. Give him decent odds. Oh, he raises us! We call with a full house! He made a flush in the river! We got him! We got him! Sweet. Alright. This is our chip lead now. We get dealt aces! What a time for aces! He calls. Alright, our aces have to be good. Have to be good, at least for the high. And he shouldn't have too many low draws. I just want to call it off. If he has a king, he might call. Oh, he re-raises us! He has to have like a king or a 2-pair or a low draw? Tricky. Harvey's gonna flop a set of 6s. He might have pocket kings, which I think would have raised pre. We're gonna get it in. We call with our aces, buddy. What you got? Just a king. He makes a flush. We make a better flush in the river. And that's the tournament. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Sweet, $84. We're rich. Wow, interesting last hand. Let's see if we can't break that one down. Oh my goodness. Forgot we had a backdoor flush draw too. I guess it's good we had that. Oh wow, look at this. So he had no low potential, but he did flop 2 pairs, so we were dodging the board pairing. But that's okay because we have one of the 6s, so we're blocking that. He needed, I mean, how many outs does he have? He has like 2 more kings, 3 more 8s, 1 more 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 outs. And when we turn the spade, I guess that takes out, we're guaranteed the low, so we can never ever lose this entire pot. And we're still just dodging an 8 king or 6 for him to chop it. And we make the flush on the river. Actually, yeah, we were behind in the high, but we couldn't pull our aces. Sweet. So we win that. Alright. Hope y'all enjoyed that video. I guess it was a stream, but hope y'all enjoyed it. Let me know what you think. I might do more of these tournament review videos. It's good for me to talk through my decisions again, which I enjoy doing. Helps me review and practice in my head different situations, and hopefully it helps you guys either learn how to play pot limit Omaha high-low, or just thinking about tournaments differently. Anyways, that's it for me. I will talk to you later. Bye.